Okay, ladies and gents, welcome to this lesson on axonometric projection. Now, so this question we're going to do is page 251 in our books on axonometric projection, where we're doing the celebrations box. Alright, and we had a lot of issue in class in previous years or groups with this question, so I'm going to do this video on it. So it says the incomplete isometric projection of a celebrations box using the axonometric axes method is shown over. The box is based on a regular octagonal prism, so both the top and bottom of the box are octagon shapes. The end elevation and plan are shown in their required positions. So the end elevation and plan are shown in their required positions. Draw the axonometric axes at x, y, and z. Alright, so just draw the plan orientated as shown, and draw the end elevation orientated as shown, and draw the complete axonometric projections. Alright, so there was a lot of problems in past years for students with this. The octagon was difficult for them to set up, then the elevation was difficult for them to set up. They weren't too bad, once they got those two done, they weren't too bad at getting the octagon in 3D. The problem, then was doing the curves. Alright, so once I do this, make sure at the end you look to see if your drawing is correct. Alright, now, just before we start, note on this A3 page, I'm going to do this scale 1:2. So scale 1:2. Alright, so for every measurement I see in my book, alright, every linear dimension, so 50 millimeters, 130, or radius 50, I'm going to divide by 2. Okay, so you won't see the measurements here in this, in that angle rather. Use your book there to check what they are. Well, I'll call them out anyway. Most of them as we go along. Right, so I'm going to get started. Okay, so I'm going to put the book down there. So I have my y-axis in, z-axis, and my x-axis here. Z, y. Now, the size of your axonometric triangle can be any size you want. So I'm going to go down 20 for the sake of it. It doesn't necessarily have to be 20. I'm going to draw an across there. Now, it's always an equilateral triangle in junior cycle. Right? So all sides are at 60 degrees. There I have it. We're going to use this to set up our elevation, or our end elevation and plan. So I'm going to drop 2 lines down from the corners of the rectangle, and I'm going to draw 2 lines at 30 degrees off to the left for my end elevation. Now, I can choose what distance I want to go down. I'm going to go down about 45 from the bottom of the triangle. So I went down there 45, and I'm going to draw a line across. Now I'm going to draw in a semicircle. Alright, so I can either drop the y-axis down to get the middle, or I can bisect it. Alright, or I can also do another method available if someone else shows it to you. So I'm going to, let's do half there, or I'm going to bisect the line rather, so compass more than half away. Now I have my center point. I'm going to draw in my semicircle. Now I'm going to draw in my triangle that what you call it orientates the plan. So I'm going to just put in here, this is where the vertical plane is, this is where the end vertical plane is, so your end elevation will be looking that way to see your end elevation, E dot E. Now I'm going to set up the what you call it construction for the elevation. So I can go any distance I want out here. I'm going to roughly make it about 70, roughly. And I have to draw a 60-degree line. It has to be parallel to the edge of the triangle there. I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to bisect the line. So put my compass on the two endpoints of the line. Yes, you could go like this. That's perfectly fine, but just so you know, for students it generally tends to be better for them to bisect the line to get it right better. Now, semicircle, okay, always goes on the inside. So, a common thing students do is they put the semicircle out here, goes on the inside. Now, I'm going to line up, end point of the line here to where the bisector, or if I follow the what you call it, axon, intersects the circle. I'm going to join that point to here. Now, that would be where your vertical plane is, so your elevation would be like looking at that way, and your plan would be like looking down that way. There's your horizontal plane. Right, so now I have that done, okay, set up, I'm going to start on my octagon. So the octagon is the following sizes: 130, 30, radius 50 in real life, but remember we're doing scale 1:2, so it's going to be 65. Now, it's difficult setting up the octagon, but I'm going to take you through it. So I want you to mark a line 65 on this one. So I want you to extend it on and make it 65. I want you to do the same here. Extend this one on, this line, and make it 65 long. Okay, right now, so we're going to get our 45-degree set square, and we're going to make that into a square. An octagon always fits into a square. So I'm going to extend this line on, and I'm going to extend this line on too, that I'm going to do in just one moment there. Sorry, my T-square went off there. So there we have it there, the square done. Alright, so that's the square that the octagon fits into. Now, we need to get the center of that square. Right, so we're going to join the corners to establish our center point. So there's our center point. Now, I'm going to just zoom in here a bit. So I'm going to take my compass in a moment's time and I'm going to draw in a circle that fits inside that square. Okay, so now we have a circle that fits inside that square. So I got the center, and the radius of that has to touch the edge of the square. Now you're really going well now to drawing your octagon. Alright, each of the sides of the square, alright, are tangential to the circle and parts of the octagon. So just go up to the bottom point of the circle, right here, heavy line across until you hit the square. So a heavy line across until you hit the square. You can go upwards here until you hit the end point of the circle. Heavy line until you're touching both edges of the square. Same over here. Heavy line up to the top now of the circle, the top vertex of the circle. Same concept again. There are 4 sides of the square. Here are your remaining sides. Right, now we're going well. So we have the octagon and plan done. Alright, we need to do the circle and the band. Alright, now, because the band is on our sheet 15 millimeters wide, and it has to be equally stepped to the center line. You can't step 7.5 each side with your set square. What you need to do is draw a line 15 millimeters. Get your compass, set it to more than halfway, bisect the line, and take half of it then with your compass and step it either side. So you take half here with your compass. That's the correct way to do it. So I'm going to step half of the center line towards the bottom and half up there. Now I can do my heavy line, so that's 15. Just want to double check that's 15. No, it's not. So it's a good thing I checked it. And that's because I made that line longer. So I'm going to fix that. So I'm going to pause the video, fix that. You do that. You just wait there. Okay, so I've redone that out there on the bottom left. Have it set with my compass. Put it back in. 2 marks either side and heavy line here. Now the radius is 25 for the circle and plan, so I'm going to set my compass to radius 25 and I'm going to draw in a circle in plan. So I'm going to draw in a full circle first, lightly, and I'm going to heavy in the portion that needs to be heavy. Now, right, so we have the plan done. Now, the difficulty students had with doing the end elevation is figuring out the distances between this line, this one, and this one. That's what they had the biggest trouble with. Right, now the answer lies in this view. So for your end elevation, you're looking this way. So the dimensions from your right towards your left, alright, well, not directly right to left, but kind of if you're looking this way at the arrow of the pencil, right to left are the answers. Here are the answers for your problem. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to extend on this line, and using my compass I'm going to take this distance here with my compass, so that distance there, so there to there, along that way, and I'm going to step it here. You do the same again down here in plan. Okay, changing your distance from so the edge of the hexagon is the side of the hexagon. I'm going to put it here, and then I can either take this distance here, or really the most accurate way is to take the whole length of it with your compass. So I'm going to take that and put it there. Now I'm going to pause the video in a moment's time, just not yet, and I will expect you to complete it yourself. Right, so using my sliding set squares or adjustable set square, or the two set squares used in conjunction to get 75 degrees, you can project these lines upwards. Now the height of that is 50 in your book, so it's going to be 25 here. Now the band is what you call it, drops down a depth of what is it, drop down a depth of 35 in the book, so you have to go down 17.5. Now what it will show you on the band is to do it, you need to get the center line, so take that distance with your compass, so from the corner to the center point, step it here, step your 7.5 either side of the center dot, and away with you. Right, so I'm going to pause the video now and complete the end elevation. Okay, so we're back here on the video. Alright, now, so I'm going to do the labeling here. Alright, I'll zoom up a small bit. Let's move the camera in. Okay, I'll zoom up a bit again. That's really as much as I can go. Right, now, okay, on the right here, A, B, B, C, there at the corner, C, D, D. So working from right to left, E is, if you look this way, behind D. So D slash E. F is behind C. When you look at the pen there, where it's going, F is behind C. So C slash F, D, E, F, G, B slash G, and H, so A slash H. Now, don't even label the ones at the bottom, alright? Too many labels is confusing. So, what we have to do is project all our lines down, all our points downwards, in theory. But, to be honest, you don't have to do every point in the object, alright? As you get on, you get clever at these and find out other ways around bringing all of them down. Alright, so I'm going to bring down all the letters from the end elevation. So I'm bringing them all down. Now I'm going to bring E up. So I'm going to bring E and F up. So where E touches E is point E. So there's point E. Where F touches F is point F. Where G touches point G is G, and the same with D. So D and G. Same with C and H. So we're going to bring C and H up. There's H. And here's C. C is a tiny bit on there. And B and A. Here's B and here's A. So I'm going to join these together. I don't like, in all honesty, I don't like where my C is. My C is off. I'll just check there, is that angle brought down right? No, a little bit there. So look at, I'll have to make do with it. Alright, so there's no point in getting too fussed about one point wrong. If it looks right, you'll have to settle with it. So we can join the points together. So E and D join together. E to F, F to G, and just notice 45-degree lines in plan and axonometric, if they're done correctly, should be 30-degree lines in your axonometric. See, like A to H here. Now, that's the top octagon. Alright, that's the top surface. Okay, the top surface there. I'll just go over it a bit there so you can see it better. As I said, that's the top surface. Now, we want to be clever to do the bottom surface. Parallel lines are parallel in every orthographic view. Now, I know you might be thinking, is this not 3D drawn? But put it like this. In pictorial drawing, parallel lines remain parallel except for when you're in perspective. Alright, so you can take it to remain parallel. So the top set of lines is parallel to the bottom set of lines. So look, just bring down 1 point. So look, bring down the point under D. Now it's no big deal if it runs into your plan view. It's no big deal. Right. It's better when they don't, but it's not a problem. Right, so as I said, parallel lines remain parallel in every view. So I'm going to bring this across like it's one of both. It ends directly underneath its respective point. Oh, I've gone a tiny bit too far there. Bad. There we go. Heavy there. And now, same over here. And same there. And then we can join the points together. Now, I'm going to pause this, colour it in a bit to make it easier for you to see. Okay, so I just put in a bit of colour there just to make it a little bit easier to visualise. Right, now I'm going to do the band. I want to be clever with the band. There's 4 points here in the band. There's no need to bring 4 down and 4 up. Right? Think clever. Right? Look, and no need to draw every projection line. Look, go to the corner of the band here. It hits on the top edge here in end elevation, so it has to hit on the top edge in 3D. So I won't even draw in the projection line to speed things up, and it's got to hit there. It's got to hit there on the top edge. I'm going to heavy that in. I'll go to the next one. Same idea. Same idea. Now, so there's the band shown. Okay, now I know it has to be, these 2 lines in 3D have to be vertical, so I'm just going to drop one down lightly or bring it up from plan, whichever you want. Just a small portion, it doesn't have to be all the way. So look, just drop that one there downwards. So I'll just zoom up there on it as best I can. Okay, so I just drop that one down. Now I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to drop this point and bring it across to here. So this has to be the bottom of the band. Now I'm away. I can drop this one down a light bit, slide my set square over, heavy here, heavy, heavy, and there's my band done. So I'm going to colour that in, pause it, colour it in, and we'll attack the curve then. Okay, we're back. Now, we're going to do the curve. Alright, now once upon a time I used to teach something too complicated with it, with using 2 views to draw the curve. Now I'm going to do it in an easier way. I'm going to, show you how to do a portion. Right, so I'm going to draw in a line here. Okay, now I go along the line, in the corner I'm going to step in 5, 5, 5, and 5. Doesn't matter that it runs into the band. Now, they don't have to be every 5, they can be any distance you like. 5 is just easy. Bring the vertex of the circle down to the outline square. So the vertex of the circle down to the outline square. And look, just so you know, this is the outline square in 3D. So just extend on the line CB. Just extend it on. Bring all your points onto the edge of the outline square. Now, mark 0, 1, 2, so these are points on the circle, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so they're the points we want to get, and they lie on these construction lines we make. So we want to make these construction lines in elevation. So look, all these endpoints along here, I'm going to bring them right up to this view. So bring this number 1 up to that line, which is just an extension of line C3. So that was the line from 0. I might have said something wrong there. The line from going through 1, the line going through 2, the line going through 3, the the line going through 4, and then the line going through 5. Now, I'm going to get my 30-degree set square, wherever I put it, and I'm going to do light lines back this way. So, light line there, light line, light line, light line, light line, light line. Now, so point 0 is on the very first one. So there's point 0. Point 1 is on the second line. Point 2 is on the third line. 3 is on the fourth line. 4 is on the fifth line. And 5 is on the fifth line. Now, instead of doing what you call it, you have two options. You can apply that this side, bring them up, and then you can extend the lines on here in plan and extend them lines on at the back, do the back again. You can do that, but to be honest, what I would do is bring up the center point, draw this line through, flip all the points across, flip all the points that way, and we'll draw on the curve. So I'm going to complete what you call it, I'm going to complete the curve using my way. You're free to do your own way if you wish. Right, so I have to extend these lines. So the curves can be labour intensive there, and the tree is just a tiny bit out. Oh no, it wasn't, sorry. So, 1. Got to do 1. And remember, if it looks right, it is right. Do 2, and I'm not on the center line there. You can't see it down there either. And that's the whole concept of doing the curve, alright, getting the point. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to bring it back to, then I'm going to restart it at the sketching point. Okay. So here's the outline of the curve done. Alright, now to be honest, getting you to do 5 points was probably a bit extreme. So it was. Probably get you to do less. So like 5 points there was a bit extreme. 3 would have probably been even better. Right, now remember, keep the hand inside the curve. Okay, loose pencil. Right, join all the points together, as I've already done there. Moving your hand around the curve, keeping it inside the curve and the sheet around, or get up out of your sheet. Or get up out of your seat rather, not your sheet. And then heavy in the lines you need, sorry I'm using the wrong pencil there. Heavy in the portion of the curve that needs to be heavy. And that is the question done, ladies and gents. Thank you very much. So I'll just zoom out there, give you a better idea of it. Okay, cheers, thank you, bye bye.